Welcome to another interview with El José Hispano. The primary elections are coming up this Tuesday, and candidates are looking to keep their seat or to obtain a new one that's been newly redrawn. A Democratic female and candidate that we previously interviewed is here today with us to speak about her campaign and any final remarks before the election, which is on August 2, Tuesday, this coming up Tuesday. Lilly Cheng, thank you for being here with us. I know that you're going to be running for State Representative District 80, correct?
Yes, okay. I am running for State Representative in Michigan House District 80, which is an open seat. The lines were newly redrawn, and this area includes Kentwood, parts of East Town, East Grand Rapids, part of Grand Rapids Township, and Cascade Township.
Okay, and how has your campaign been going? I know that we're like in the last few days actually, so how has it been for you?
It has been terrific. I have a great team, a team that's been with me for several years. We're a very strong people-powered team, a grassroots campaign, and this is how we have succeeded in many ways over the years and broken many barriers as well.
Okay. And then I know that you've been endorsed by top leaders, I guess you could say.
Yes, and most importantly, we have been endorsed by the major equity organizations, women organizations, the Michigan Democratic Party, many caucuses, including especially the Progressive Caucus, which is the leader and the anchor of the progressive mission and movement. So I appreciate their full confidence in me as an authentic and true progressive candidate. And similarly with Equity PAC, I appreciate their support as well, because they are probably Greater Grand Rapids' premier equity organization concerned about all working people as well as people of color. And then two other major organizations include the Emily's List as well as Planned Parenthood.
Okay.
And there's many others very important as well.
Okay. And then just before we get into some of the issues that you are focused in or you're in favor or not in favor of, could you speak a little bit about your background and who you are?
Yes. So first, I can mention why I'm running. And I am running to ensure a high quality of life for everyone. And I will listen with the heart of an activist to all concerns, because that is what I am. And I will work together with all people to create the solutions which we need. I am here also to help work on policy solutions which will lift up our working families and make every effort to end systematic oppression of marginalized people. And I believe I am the only candidate in this race that can say that and not be affected by special interests.
Okay.
And that is why I am running for the people. And as far as who I am, I always say I am first and foremost a wife. I've been married for 22 years. I am a mother of two beautiful children, one who is a college student, and my second child is actually severely autistic and nonverbal, and he's currently a teen. And for the community for almost a decade now, I have been a proven disability education and human rights advocate, a community organizer, a coalition builder, and essentially a change maker. And I say that because a proven change maker, I believe is essential for creating real solutions and positive change. And I have a track record of doing that since I have, in the last decade, led a movement and created a nonprofit, which all has resulted in what is now considered the 2018 landmark model for change through community activism.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think those are all great things.
Okay.
Because you're being authentic, you're being yourself, and you're just being yourself. So
Yes.
I think that's what the community needs to see and what they need to, kind of identify and relate to you as well. So those are all great things.
Thanks. Yeah, for almost a decade, I am here to fight for the people.
Okay. Yep. And then to speak about some of the issues that you may or may not be in favor of, what have been your thoughts on maybe driving and texting at the same time? If there were any laws being made, or what would you propose, I guess?
Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Yeah, I would definitely get together a group of people to really consider how to handle that. I mean, I think it's definitely an honor system right now that we want everyone to drive safely, but it is good to listen to a wide array of people on this issue before being more specific about handling texting while driving, and we can certainly promote the importance of it publicly as well.
Okay. And then speaking of driving, just another thing that I know has impacted many people in the state of Michigan is the licenses for undocumented people. We were speaking before this that Kentwood is an area that's very diverse, but I know that the state of Michigan has a lot of undocumented people. So what would be your thoughts on driver's license for undocumented people?
Yeah, I think driver's license is very important. It's a human right almost in this state, and in America, we need to have a driver's license to function in life, to go to our jobs, to pick up children from soccer practice, get groceries, many things we depend on being able to drive and drive safely. So we would want driver's licenses for all people, and the immigration issue should not be mixed with the requirement for a driver's license.
Are there any other issues that you are strongly in favor of or would consider?
On any issue?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, very many. I mean, since I am a disability education and human rights advocate, and that is my background, education will continue to be a major issue moving forward. Another major issue for me is community mental health, and I feel that is a broken system, and I want to help try to fix this broken system. So, and community mental health services people with mental health challenges and disabilities. Being a woman, I am very concerned about women issues, and I think women's rights are human rights. So that is very important to me, that I understand the roles and the experiences of women, the many responsibilities we have, and I will do everything I can to help women and their voice, because they are also a marginalized group. Being an immigrant myself, and having been born in Taiwan and immigrating here with my family when I was about 4 years old, I am very concerned about the voice of our marginalized communities, whether it's the immigrant community, people of color, and I would want for them to have the equality and equity and human rights and justice that we all, as human beings, need and deserve.
Okay. And then I know that you have an opponent for this election. So why do you think that the community should vote for you?
Yes. Well, I think I am here running for the people, and we do have a people-powered campaign. But the most important thing is that I have also created monumental, meaningful change for the people. And I did it by leading a movement and being a coalition builder across many different types of groups so that we could that we could protect it. In 2018, it was the issue of special education and when the center-based schools, the special education schools, were facing cuts to their services, I created a nonprofit and led a movement. And as a result, there was a forced independent audit and then a change of management from just one school district to all of Kent County ISD, which meant an influx of funding and better accountability. That, in turn, has made thousands of people, students with disabilities, their family, teachers, staff at these many center-based schools, very happy. They've benefited from these systematic changes. And that is what I would like to do, is to continue to fix broken systems, because as I've mentioned, we have many broken systems, whether it is education or community mental health or women's issues or issues that affect any marginalized people. I want to make changes and create real solutions in those areas. And I think that is huge, being able to create systematic change and spearheading movements. And that's really what you need to create changes. You need to actually be a proven community organizer to make things happen, because I am not sitting at a table voting yay or nay and then claiming credit for any changes. So that is a huge difference between me and my opponent.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I've noticed, and I've seen that you're, like I mentioned earlier, you're being authentic, and the community can identify with you. So you making the difference already with what you mentioned about Kent ISD, that's probably just only the beginning.
Yes.
So,
yes. Well, thank you.
Yeah, and if you were to win the primary elections, do you believe you could be the Republican candidate in November?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And here's two reasons why. I mean, one, our district is now a pro-Dem district by 6%. You know, so essentially, whoever wins the primary will likely win the general election. But I have gone so far. I made this district a pro-Dem district, actually, because in 2020, I was the first Democrat that actually flipped the Kent County portion of my district, even though my district at that time was heavily gerrymandered down into Allegan County. And it was gerrymandered red by 14 percentage points. And yet we had tremendous success in the city of Kentwood and Gaines Township. And so we made Kentwood extremely democratic, which is now why our entire district is democratic. And I have made the difference I've already made that difference to have turned the district democratic.
Okay. And then once you are in position, what are some of the plans or goals that you would have once you're right in office?
Yeah, well, I have heard from many people, especially in the disability community, some bills that are sitting there already,
Okay.
and I said, well, there's no reason why I wouldn't pick it up, and being the coalition builder that I am, I will work across the aisle in a bipartisan way to make sure that the bills are already sitting and ready to be passed will pass, whether it's ensuring a license for music therapy, and or it's ensuring something very important, greater pay for direct caregivers, because they service people with disabilities, they service veterans, and they deserve much higher pay. You know, it's common sense, and I don't know why the bill is sitting the way it is, but it should be much higher, the direct caregiver, and that would also solve the problem of ensuring more quality direct caregivers for the most vulnerable people in our population. And there's many, I mean, I think we can keep, there. I have many ideas from things that I can do immediately to further projects down the line that I've already heard from is very important to the constituents of my district, very important. And that and they are such huge goals that I believe it takes my skills as a proven community organizer and coalition builder to make those projects happen and those bills happen, bigger bills.
Okay. And then do you have any other final thoughts that you want to let the community know before elections?
Yes, I think it's very important for everyone in our communities to get out and vote, and get your families and your friends to come out to vote, because we need to have a rising voice in our society. Yeah, we just do. It's considered the table where decisions are being made. And it was Ann Richards who had said that if it's not a balanced table, then, and if we are not at the table being people of color, then we are part of the menu. And I say that, yeah, we do need a more balanced voice at the top tables where decisions are being made. Because that's America. You know, we are successful as a society because we are a melting pot, and we need that balanced and diverse voice for the people. And so, yeah, get all your friends out to vote on Tuesday, and if you don't know whether you're registered or if you even want an absentee ballot, go to your local city or city clerk's office, which should be at your local city or township hall.
Okay. Thank you for being here. You're probably going to be super busy the last coming days, because of elections, but we wish you the best of luck. And if you guys want to know more about Lilly, you can visit lillyformichigan.com. Her Facebook page is also on the screen. It's Lilly Cheng Schulting for state representative. It's HD 80. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and just like Lilly mentioned, if you are not sure if you're registered to vote or you need an absentee ballot, you can just visit your city's clerk office, wherever you're located at, or you can visit accesskent.com as well. Other than that, thank you once again. And for more interviews in English and Spanish, visit elvocerous.com. You can visit our Facebook page and our YouTube page at El Vocero Hispano TV as well. Thank you.